And welcome back, Kaizen. We're gonna get into this game today. Uh, we've got Tier 3 Mixed EU. We've got Saja Boys, which after arguing with Playback and Solaire, I discovered that it is pronounced Saja Boys and not Saya Boys. And we've got Kaba, Donor Kabab on the other end. We've got the map pick, the bands, and the lineups for you brought to you by Playback.
Well, hello there, everybody. One team, well, you wanna dance when you listen to their name. The other, you wanna eat, right? On the side of us, on the side of Saja Boys, we have got a Reaper ban. Um, Probably trying to deny someone like an LJD the value that he would otherwise get. On the side of Doner Kebab, we have the cat ban, probably as a counter to Dift.
Is given that Dift has shown his strengths on the cat recently, I think it's probably going to be a good band to come out with it. A little early for my taste, but still at the same time a very good band from the side of Donor Kebabas. We're going to get started here. We've got Saja Boys and Donor Kebab both kind of running it down main. Magic kind of split up on this off angle with the Vendetta and the Kiri over on that far left side with them. Magic gonna fall very low, sliding out two supports. Weevil gonna meet the Vendetta and the Kiri over on that end. Missouri falling low is gonna drop back a little bit. Weevil falling very low as well is gonna be able to dash back to his team though. As Donor Kebab is gonna get this first cap, but Saja Boys are still in this fight. Kepler falling very, very low. Magic gets antied and is going to be able to get taken down by LJD, but Weevil trades out the hit scan. Kepler does take down Weevil, though. Kepler's going to fall very low in the front line. LJD in a very good position to be able to get a kill off in that back line. Is going to be able to fall back. Kepler falling very low is forced to Nemesis. LJD is going to take down Dift in the back line, though. Phoenix Flame falling very low and will get taken down by Kepler. Mitsuri kind of being left by himself and is going to get taken down as
Well,
Donor Kebab is going to take this first fight.
well, Doner Kebab, good control on the point, and the Vendetta causing lots of problems. Magic getting picked off following a great nade from Blizz. And Vendetta was there for the follow-up, and the rest of it was just good hold by Kepler overall. And
LJD is
LGD
going to
falls
fall
early.
early. So we're going to get into this. Missouri swapping over to the Ramantra, maybe trying to get a little bit more frontline presence on the side of Saja Boys. LGD going down early could mean bad news for Donut Kebab, but Kepler's gonna get the nano. Missouri gets antied and is gonna go down. Weevil kind of left on point with no dig. Magic does take down Asuna though. He's gonna pop the overclock. Doesn't seem to find much though. We're gonna come out from Diff, but it's not gonna find anything. As Phoenix Flame is gonna TP right into the middle of danger and get taken down. So Donut Kebab is gonna take this next fight.
Well, bit of a split, but not a very good one. Mitsuri falling to the Nano Dramatra, and there's a good set of ults here from both sides, but it's better for Doner Kebab, and they're engaging early here.
LGD takes down two with the Vendetta ult. Asuna takes down one with the High Noon and takes down Weevil as well. Stunner Kabab is going to be able to take this first round on
Well,
Samoa.
the cat ban you can clearly see is hurting Saja Boys right now. Uh, on the side of Doner Kebab, the way they used their ultimates at the end was great, but also just in general, the way LJD is just getting into the backline, getting so much value by just like tearing them apart. It's insane. Blizz has been hitting some really nice antis here and managing to play his life, which is really helping them at the moment.
Oh yeah,
Um,
big mention over to Blizz hitting all these antis. Every single anti's gotten so much value here.
Immense value, immense. And we have Magic swapping over to the Bastion for some reason here. Probably trying to burn down the Ram, I would suppose. It does remain to be seen, however, whether uh, the Bastion can cut through the Ramatra sustain.
It's gonna see Missouri swapping over to the Diva and Diff's also swapping over to the Brig, maybe trying to get a little bit of an anti-dive off on this Vendetta. Kepler gonna fall low, but does have that sustain from both of his supports. This Asuna is gonna fall very low too. Missouri gets demeched and taken down early. This may spell doom here for Saja Boys early. Gonna have Phoenix Flame on the point, kind of getting some presence. Kepler holding it down, but Asuna takes down Magic and Weevil, as Donor Kabab is going to be able to cap this point first.
Well, Mitsuri split up from his team, isolated and taken down early. You could see Weevil doing his very best to trade for picks, and he did so in the first round as well, but unfortunately, Saja Boys just can't capitalize even off of some picks. They're just too split up here, and unfortunately, well, nothing's working. They'll need to turn it up a notch.
It's Magic popping those wheels early. Doesn't seem to find anything, but Asuna takes down Weevil as again, it's just Saja Boys get run over by this Donor Kabab team.
Well, Asuna holding that line just behind his Ana, making sure that Venture doesn't get to come through and cause much of a chaos at all. It's a really, really strong split, strong 3-2 split played from Doner Kebab so far. And they are coming up on this Nano and this High Noon. Maybe a Nano Ramatra here to sustain themselves and catch a few squishies. This is not looking very good for
Weevil
Saja
takes
Boys,
down
but
LGD super early. As I think this is going to be, hopefully Saja Boys can be able to capitalize on this. Weevil falling very low, but it's going to be able to escape. Magic swapping over to the Soj, maybe for a little bit more pick potential. Diff falling low. Gonna see a Kitsune coming out from Kiwi and Phoenix. As Asuna is gonna pop the High Noon, but doesn't find anything. Missouri forced to use that bomb for that remake. But again, Saja Boys just falling over. Diff using that rally and just falling over is so unfortunate. Missouri's not going to be able to get out either, as the baby Diva is going to get staggered here. 95%.
there is touch.
But Weevil does get a touch off. Using as yeah, Donor Kabab just falling over.
Wow. Doner Kebab, unreal showing. Well, even though Saja Boys got the first pick, unfortunately, the ult advantage just heavily in Doner Kebab's favor. They could use the High Noon just to zone him out, taking down the Venture after Asuna, and the Nano as well. So useful, and overall just a strong fight and a strong comeback despite the one-man disadvantage for Doner Kebab.
I'll screenshot that real quick. So yeah, we're gonna get to a break and we'll be right back with some more action for you here on the Kaizen Twitch.
Hello there, Kaizen. We are back to this match between Donna Kabab and Saja Boys. Now, Donna Kabab did take the map win. However, it has been overturned to Saja Boys, so it will be 1-0 Saja Boys. Talk us through this unfortunate series of events, Redacted. Why has it happened?
So, unfortunately, a player on the side of Doner Kebab was a little bit toxic in the match chat, and also it turns out he wasn't eligible, unfortunately. But the score has been overturned. Rulebooks have been enforced, so everything will be just fine. We do have a couple swaps here. Knight is coming in on support, and Dift is going to move over to tank. Mitsuri swapping over to DPS. Blizz has moved over to DPS, and Rain will be coming in on support.
Well, Mitsuri on the DPS is going to be a danger sight. The diff tank will be very interesting to see. Not a very successful lineup run first up by Saja Boys, but they're probably not going to complain that the map win is theirs as we head into Midtown here following Donna Kebab's map pick. And Diff already takes Kepler down. Oh, no time to even pop the Nemesis form. Well, the fight is still going on. Yeah, but there is still a lot of poke going on here. They're waiting for their Ramatra. I think maybe a bit of a mental boom from what's happened first map, but Donna Kabab will need to pick themselves up. The remaining players that are not at fault need to pick this up. As the spam is coming in strong, Dift is charging it. That is a massive stomp! 3-4 people down, and the follow-up is amazing! What a stomp! Dift just about lives! What a clean fight in the corner of that section of the map.
A very good play there by Diff, seeing all of the cooldowns come out and then just charging in, getting that huge stomp, and then great follow-up by his team as well.
And we still have the attempt from Donna Kabab to break through this. Diff is falling a bit low here, but the care is good. This Juno Kiriko, actually a very viable composition to run here, but that's an anti. It's Suzu'd out though. Dift is very low, falls dangerously low, but the ice wall...
Weevil getting caught out.
It's good, but he has to sacrifice himself for it to save his tank. Can Donna Kabab capitalize? Blizz finds Mitsuri, and Kepler will take out Dift. It is quite literally a Dift on both those rolls against each other, and the cleanup is there. Donna Kabab though, following a good poke onto Dift, will take the fight win and cap.
Great swaps over to the Sigma to get some of that CC, get some of that sustain, and the Ana as well to anti that Malga and just render him almost useless.
Yes, and having the Suzu forced out is forcing that Suzu out early so that they can poke Diff down. It looks like a very viable strategy here. With this Sigma, I'm expecting it to work really well. Mitsuri though dueling the on the high ground, but will get taken down. It was a 2v1. He wasn't expected to win. Asuna goes for the Deadeye, no pick, but finds Night right after. Diff though will stomp Asuna here. Blizz will take out Dift, however, and it appears too much of an advantage here for Donna Kabab as they continue to push card.
Yeah, it was a little late on the Kitsune, but a still very good play by Doner Kabab there.
As Saja Boys fight for this high ground here. It will be important. Kepler's burning. Mitsuri with, well, he's getting taken down by the OC from Blaze. Blaze is doing work. The Flux is good for one. Asuna will take Dift out. There's the Nano on the Sigma here to secure this fight. Not even needed. Now, it could come back to bite them, but it does look like they might cap second here redacted.
I mean, if they can get a touch here, they have 4 ults on the board to hopefully get a fight win.
First pick though for Blaze, for Mitsuri. Well, they do manage the cap despite that first pick, and well, they're taken out again. It's back to the drawing board here for Saja Boys.
And Saja Boy's very, very discombobulated right now. Just kind of looking to use ults and just not finding any value quite yet.
Yeah, and just not quite there. I mean, Mitsuri's popped his ult and not got much value for it, sadly. And here's the rush though from Saja Boys, hoping to capitalize. The kite not good enough as Kepler falls to that Kitsune's sheer power. Dip though, great stomp, takes out the Ana, follows up on Asuna right after, and finally, we can see Saja Boy stabilize. Although there is fighting going on in the back here. You do have the Kiriko and the Soj, but they cannot afford to stagger themselves, but they are, unfortunately. Dift will find Kiwi, who's unable to live with her sojourn. Who does survive? The fight though, still very much taking place as Blizz will trade Weevil out. Night Knight is falling too low, falls to the hit scan prowess of Asuna, and it looked like Donna Kabab would get staggered out there, but a trade coming in, and wow, Blizz taking out Mitsuri. This is an unreal and a scrappy fight. The Flux, though, only finds Dift here. Won't be able to finish him off. The care is good. The Orbital is even better. The Stomp, there is an attempt on it, and Kepler kind of falling low, but will still survive. Weevil takes out Asuna, though. Another shot onto Rain in the head. Weevil is having an awesome set of kills right here. 3 for him and 2 for Dift. And despite the scrappiness, Saja Boys take the fight win.
So yeah, great fight there from Saja Boys, is using the ults to when they needed them. The Orbital Ray, very huge from Shadow Knight, getting as much value as she possibly can from it. And then Weevil with the freeze in the back, taking down 2 people.
And the hit scan will be really difficult to take down from the height, but they have dropped. Blizz is now on the height, going for the OC. Will he find value? Dip down! The tank is down! Blizz is really low here! They need to find him, but they won't. Weevil trades out Rain, though. And the counter OC comes in from Mitsuri. Finds Blizz here. Weevil gets traded out by a... Mitsuri! This is the Mitsuri we've been waiting to see! This is the Mitsuri we were so longing for! As Saja Boys push Donna Kabab back, we do have the Kiriko in behind. Kiwi's hiding behind them for now, but it is a Saja Boys fight win.
It's a great play from by Mitsuri, just proving again why he is the hit scan to watch in this tier, in this league. Ults on the board, we do have the Nano and do have the High Noon coming up for Donor Kabab. Could be a good push here coming up from Donor Kabab. Maybe popping the Nano onto the Sig. We will see here soon.
That we will, and Kepler already burning. Not able to stay alive, but Mitsuri falls to the hit scans here. Asuna finding that pick, important. And Blizz nanoed here, but the Blizzard might be a little bit too good from Weevil. Despite dying, a lot of value here. Blizz with the nano on him, not able to find too much value, although trades are still in Donna Kabab's favor, and however, they'll probably need to give this up. Mitsuri, though, desperately looking for Kiwi. Won't find her, and Asuna somehow living in the front line. The second tank, the Cassidy tanking for his team. Unreal as this fight evolves. Can Donna Kabab find this cap here? The Lucio swap from Rain. Lucio's already falling low. Kepler will flux Dift, and it's good. Asuna with 2 big. Another pick for the Sigma, and Kepler looks unstoppable. A team kill for Donna Kabab. No way to stop it, and it's an overtime cap after a lot of staggered and scrappy fights. Donna Kabab will be quite happy with that cap, you would imagine.
Yeah, great play there by Donor Kabab, pushing up with the Sig and just creating as much space as humanly possible. The Flux taking down Diff so you don't have that space to push right back. Yeah, excellent play all around from Donor Kabab. It's going to be interesting to see how Saja Boys are going to try and answer to this first full cap here?
Well, it really is a question of Saja boys. They have the talent, they have the potential, they have the capable players to do this, but can they end up full capping, or at least, or even with a better time bank here? Because there's no time here for Doner Kebab to work with. If Saja boys can get themselves at least a minute on the board, then we're looking at a completely different atmosphere here.
And
And
an opportunity to ideally go up 2-0, or even if not, you can get a draw and you're up 1-0-1.
Definitely, the draw would be an interesting watch. I mean, it's better for us as casters because that just means we get to see more maps, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but we have got we've got the May running in from Saja boys here. Been really good Weevil on this May, very strong. Suna's opted to go for the Ash here. Double hit scan from the side of Doner Kebab again. The TP though from Mitsuri to help his team rotate around the left side. Dynamite onto Weevil though. The Cryo Freeze is forced out. Blizz is looking for an angle on them. Well, is right in front of them actually. And more TP rotations. This is a very good rotation. But the TP has been destroyed, so a couple of the Saja boys people are left alone here as Night falls first to Kepler. Very low here. Mitsuri and Phoenix. Weevil gets taken down by Kepler as well. And unfortunately, the rotation that was looking so good, kind of not working out right now.
But now you do have an opportunity to create some angles with the 3-2 split and maybe even get a play here, but Phoenix Flame gonna go down early and kind of destroy that entire plan.
Yeah, unfortunately, and they're getting staggered out here. They have to be coming all the way back now, which they have. They're fighting on the carriage here, but this is... do you really want to fight here in a brawl comp? Because the Sigma's getting so much value just spamming through that choke. It's a good stomp though by Diff. Finds Rain first up. Blizz trades Mitsuri out. Weevil will take Kepler out, and Diff will take down Blizz. As,
Big wall.
A stomp. Oh wow. Great wall, and well, what a cap. Diff here, unstoppable. We thought that, we thought Redacted that Kepler would have the time of his life spamming into that carriage, but Diff with a great stomp.
Yeah, and great job setting it up by Weevil, setting up the space, getting the walls off, and then the speed from Shadow Knight as well. Just kind of the whole team enabling this Malga play. It was a very good showing by Saja boys to try and enable this composition.
Yeah, a wall here just to cut off some sidelines. Flux onto Diff. Diff probably falls here. Weevil will be able to protect himself, but without the tank, maybe Saja boys' plans are shattered for now. The May though, Weevil's not gonna last very long. Into 3-4 people. A good immortality field to save Blizz, but look at that. Immortality and Suzu just to keep their Soj alive and healthy as the fight goes on, but Mitsuri finds Rain! An important railgun here because this may open up an opportunity for Saja boys, and Blizz getting forced out and then taken down by Phoenix. The kunais from her, solid, and opening up an opportunity to take the height, but she will fall quickly to Asuna right after, and Asuna though, the Bob taken down. The cart's still progressing steadily here. Weevil though, maybe an opportunity. No, Weevil is going all the way back here, but the high ground's being held pretty strongly by Diff. And the cage comes out the window in an attempt to burn the caging Diff. Mitsuri and Diff both fall. The window getting its desired value for Kabab. Phoenix right now being the only one to be able to retreat as Weevil gets staggered out. Doner Kebab pulling that back despite what looked like a tricky fight for them.
And yeah, just an unfortunate set of circumstances there for Saja boys. There's too much damage coming in from the side of Doner Kebab to be able to kind of muscle through that.
We have Dip going in, still trying to muscle his way through this, but he's falling so low. The orbital ray might have done just enough to keep Dift alive, but the flux is on Weevil here. Weevil will be able to protect himself, but it's just not good enough Well, it is good enough as Dift will take out 2 people and, well, somehow, some way, despite the Flux looking seemingly good, only catching the Mei that was able to protect herself, and Saja Boy is able to push.
Yeah, it was a very good play there by Diff, getting the stomps off, even though he did get Flux up in the air, and then the rest of his team did follow it up. Another great orbital ray by Shadow Knight there. As again, it just forced Diff to just kind of live through that, and then the extra damage coming in as well.
Yeah,
just muscling
unreal.
through it.
It is unreal. Oh, the anti though getting Suzu'd out. Look at the care here for Dift right now. Rain so low, somehow not dead, but finally dead to Mitsuri's railgun. Phoenix will find Blizz. This could be dangerous for Doner Kabab, but we will get traded out. So a bit of stabilization in process for Doner Kabab.
As yeah, by the looks of it, they're gonna be able to get a couple people on cart and maybe push it around this first corner. Ults on the board, we got a Bob and an OC coming up. But the Kitsune, as the Bob comes out early.
Yeah, the Bob, though, will be very easily kited here by Saja Boys. Not too worried, but Dift is so deep. Unfortunately, falling to Blizz. And Mitsuri, though, on this high ground, trying to make something happen. Gets dynamited, and Asuna is taken down! The icicles from Weevil finding their mark, and that may just help Saja Boys push up a little bit here. It will help as Dift comes back, and the burn damage onto Kepler. He's feeling that pressure. What a stomp, though, onto Rain! Too much, a little too deep into the front line, as Dift also follows up with a pick onto Kiwi. And Kepler will need to keep himself alive, or things are looking dangerous. Won't be able to. Falls to the disruptor shot off Mitsuri. And maybe, just maybe, Saja
Do they
Boys
get a
will
touch here?
have
There's a
time on the
wall.
back. It's a wall, but they might touch from the left. They don't!
As they're
Nobody
gonna get,
touches!
yeah.
Oh, a mini C9 there! And we were on about this. Maybe Saja Boys can cap with some time, and they have redacted. It's not much. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds, but it gives them a shot at winning the map and none at losing the map.
We kind of, Caster's Curse, you could say, is they kind of spoke it into existence, and now Saja Boys have an opportunity here to play either to go up 2-0 or go up 1-0-1.
Yeah, well,
It's gonna be
going up if they
very.
draw, but they'll take it over.
Hopefully not a draw. I mean, ideally for the views, I would love to see a map 6, but
Yeah.
I think for the sake of time, a map 6 wouldn't be the most ideal thing in the world. But at the same time, I'm totally here for it. They're gonna see Weevil hovering that Bastion, Shadow Knight hovering that Mercy. Very interesting. Tons of damage opportunity from the side of Saja Boys, but also at the same time, it looks like Doner Kabab have also opted to play a Mercy.
Wow. It's just a matter of which hit scan gets the better pocket and which hit scan is able to diff the other. That seems to be the game they're playing. Looks like a very crutch kind of pick redacted. Like it's a hit scan duel essentially, and Mitsuri's already falling super low. Will just about get the care that he needs. It looks like they want to fight on the train carriage here as Diff leading that rotation. And the Sigma here maybe a little too close, but the spam is good enough. This time, Kepler gets the better of Diff as he's taken down, and the Bastion falls as well. This time, Kepler able to utilize the Sigma strength to its full advantage. Knight taken down by Blizz, but Mitsuri though, getting a pick onto Blizz, but it will be revived. It will be rezzed as Saja Boys resetting a bit.
This Mercy pick, honestly, working out very well for the side of Doner Kabab here. Shadow Knight swapping back over to the Juno and Weevil swapping back over to the Mei as Mitsuri gets taken down early.
Oh, wow, and that's not good for Saja Boys. The Deadeye comes out from Asuna, will find Knight for it. And Phoenix trying to live, she won't be able to. Asuna with the Mercy Pocket, able to get an immense amount of work done. And it's already last fight territory here, Redacted.
Yeah, you just have Asuna who's already been nasty on this Cassidy to this point. You just put him on the mercy pocket and then just run that up
Yeah.
by 10.
Yeah, and Saja boys will need touch here. Does anybody have touch in this fairly slow comp? As Diff matches the Sigma, they do get the touch here though. The cap here, the positioning, the map is kind of flipped here. But the flux on Weevil right after he comes out of Cryo Freeze. But Kepler will take Phoenix out, but it's traded out onto Asuna and Kepler. And the cap is there from Saja boys. They managed to cap it just about. Unbelievable, despite the trades coming in, and Donna Kabab not quite able to stay on the point. 2-0, Saja boys.
Yeah, great play there by honestly both teams. That was an absolute scrap of a map. Just unfortunate from Donor Kebab not being able to get that touch off in time.
So unfortunate and just unreal from. It's a great rotation in the end from Saja boys. They rotated just around the left side of that fire truck, somehow managing to get to the point without taking too much damage. Weevil falling really low to that flux, but then good trades from Mitsuri and with the tank down from the side of Donna Kebab, unfortunately not enough staying power on the point. So great play in the end by Saja boys to cap the point.
Yeah, we're
Right.
gonna head back to another break and get back to you with your map 3. Score now 2-0 to Saja Boys. Are we on? Are we live? Yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, chat, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Right, so
Yeah.
right. Okay, Kaizen. So we have it was a Saja Boys map win that has unfortunately been turned over. This is something that will be looked into deeply, but the long story short is that Saja Boys were approved to play one of their players on their off roles in the middle of the game, and unfortunately, it turns out after the game, we all found out that you're not allowed to do that. So what's
I
happened is
messed up.
that, yeah,
So,
I
I will
mean,
take the blame for it. I messed up.
yeah. However, it's unfortunate for Saja Boys because it wasn't really their fault in here, and to lose a map like that is really unfortunate. But we have them rolling out on a Torbjorn Widow. Uh, the motto being, if this league is going to be against us, look at what we're going to do to them with this comp. Unfortunately, Phoenix falling early. The trade from Weevil is great, though. Unfortunately, it's Rez. DJ, though. We've got DJ on the Widowmaker. Maybe he is what Saja Boys need. Look at how dangerously low Asuna falls here. The Ash. Just about lives, though, thanks to the Mizuki hat. And DJ doing a lot of work here on the side, on these sidelines. Weevil falling very low here, but well, finding the mercy here, DJ. Somehow, DJ, great couple of picks, and for somehow, some way, Asuna fell off the map there, redacted.
I don't know. things are happening. We do have one person on the point, just kind of moving it along. It looks like Asuna's swapped over to the Widow here.
Yeah, and takes out
Down goes
DJ
DJ.
immediately. The impact, amazing here already. Following the counter Widow swap. The turret is out here though, trying to mount a defense here for the side of Saja Boys. Magic on the high ground. Magic playing the tank role himself here right after Mitsuri gets demeched, but we'll get away with his life, thankfully. But oh, another pick though. Mitsuri will not be able to remake, but it's a great sleep from Magic onto Asuna, who already, and unfortunately Magic's getting chased for it by Kepler. Probably will fall. Kepler's low, but not low enough to get demeched. And Phoenix, she barely manages to escape with her life there on the cat. Maybe there's touch. There will be touch. There will be touch. Won't there? There has to be touch. There is touch from Mitsuri. And well, the Diva, though, getting pulled around by Phoenix, but not enough at all. As Weevil finds Blizz, Kepler takes down Phoenix, though, and DJ, this time he wins the Widow battle. Is it enough, though? There's nobody on point for Saja Boys. As, well, despite the scrappy encounter, Donna Kabab will manage to cap.
Such an interesting comp from Saja Boys. This doesn't seem to be working here. Or maybe we'll get some swaps here soon, though.
Well, we've got, oh, whoa, a pick onto Weevil. Early pick as Asuna goes ham. Wow. The Widow, the counter Widow going and working out amazingly as sights are on here. There's no sights from the side of Saja Boys to match this, however. And high ground being fought for. It looks very good for the side of Donna Kabab here. Look at Asuna and the Nano Diva. Mitsuri will find Asuna, the desired target, and Rain to follow with it. And an important set of picks as they will finally manage to make the Diva low here. Diva runs away with her life here, Kepler, as Saja Boys can stabilize in the end.
As yeah, this is a great play, great nano on Mitsuri, taking down the Widow and then taking down the next person. But yeah, we're gonna get into this next fight is they have the bomb on the board, but a Kitsune on the board for Kiwi and Donor Kebabs. It's gonna be interesting how they want to approach this.
Well, The D-Mech though already in here from Mitsuri onto his counterpart as the Baby Diva's taken down. Phoenix did lose her life early on, but Mitsuri with a couple of picks. Magic taken down the Anran. DJ with another battle win. He says I am the better win. It is a Widowmaker if as Saja boys still stable and holding strong on the second point.
Gonna be interesting to see how Saja boys continue to hold this. Katsune still on the board for Doner Kabab. Is wow,
Early pick and a Widow diff from the other side now. Asuna takes DJ down on that bridge. An opportunity for Doner Kabab to really push this in, seal this fight win. The high ground is all, and they make use of it. No, maybe not, because finds Blizz here. The turret's down. But Phoenix falls to rain here. Scrappy on the point, Molten Core. A whole lot of which Doner Kabab will not walk into, unfortunately. But, well, Weevil finding that Baby Diva. Another pick onto Kiwi. The Torbjorn is... The load is good for 2. And the Phoenix here though, that could work out really well. What a immense burn damage, but somehow nobody, and I mean nobody, Saja boys dies in that corner of the room. No follow-up for Blizz, unfortunately, with that Anran strike. Mitsuri so low. Great shot by Asuna onto DJ. The Widow battle in Doner Kabab's favor. Another pick onto Magic despite the trade onto Reigns, Mizuki. And the point, well, Weevil is trying to hold it down, but he can only hold it by himself for so long. And the cat and Mitsuri on the Baby Diva trying to hold it down. It doesn't appear to be enough. And another scrappy fight. But despite the lack of follow-up from Blizz's Anran ult, Doner Kabab managed to cap point B.
Great fight there by Doner Kabab, getting the picks Asuna getting the picks that he needs to. Just everyone kind of doing their part. Is great pick on a Magic. Just Asuna just going crazy on this Widow right now.
Wow, amazing pick, and you can see why he's matched that Widow. Confident enough to match the Widow against DJ of all people, who is not on the Widow anymore. Actually, he's on the Tracer. Trying to maybe close the distance here on the Widow or anyone vulnerable. As he's on the Anran, and Weevil will help finish off Blizz here. And the Kiriko behind Kiwi, trying to live against DJ here, will not live despite the headshot. As DJ will secure that pick. As Saja boys push Doner Kabab back bit by bit.
Is DJ gonna go down?
Yeah, loses his life for it, unfortunately. Oh, more couple of picks here from Mitsuri. Unreal. Just how good of a Diva player is this guy? We know he's a dangerous DPS player, but this Diva has been working wonders. Well, last fight here for Doner Kabab as Kepler matching that Diva now, going for the high ground. His Phoenix
Great
trying
cleanse.
to pull. What a cleanse! Nobody to pull in for Phoenix. There's the strike from the Anran. Nobody though, unfortunately, but will find Phoenix for despite the failed ultimate. Magic trades Kepler out, but it doesn't appear to be enough. The trades are way too heavily in favor of Doner Kabab. Weevil trying to hold that back high ground, doing his absolute best to, but it doesn't look like he'll live very long. Asuna coming up the stairs to pick him up. Well, pick him. Well, Asuna with another pick onto Phoenix. Unreal just how favorable this fight is for Doner Kabab. Asuna is on fire, and somehow, someway, all for all the scrappiness, for all the glory, Doner Kabab cap in overtime.
So yeah, great play there by Asuna, just holding it down on the hit scan, swapping over to the cast at the last minute, trying to get some mid-range hit scan damage down. Just great play by Asuna, by Doner Kabab there. This is hopefully Saja boys have an answer here rather quickly to try and get 3 points of their own.
unfortunately, the previous map didn't count in their favor, Redacted, but they have, well, what they have shown us from that map was that they can definitely cap with better time here, and then maybe get a good defense going to show for it, because they're very capable. We've seen that on Midtown, capped with 1 minute 47 on the clock, and maybe now, it may be time to channel that again.
They're gonna see some double hit scan comps coming out here for the side of Doner Kabab on this defense. But the Mizuki is very interesting. I know that they were playing Mizuki earlier, but I did not point it out, unfortunately. But at the same time, it could be a pretty decent pick. The chain does go through the DM and kind of just locks you in place. It's a very good ability.
It will be as Saja boys start off here. DJ with a disruptor shot early on to help his team take the height. As the turret goes up there too, and it picks off Asuna right away. Great DM onto the turret as well. Asuna probably not expecting that turret to stay up as long as it did, as Mitsuri takes height, forces the teleporter from the Kiriko. DJ will take Blizz down, and well, chained is Mitsuri, but doesn't seem to be doing anything as he gets great pocket here. So does Kepler, but in the meantime, well, Kiwi will lose her life for trying to keep that diva up. Saja boys taking space after space after space. Maybe they do have what it takes in them once again, and hopefully with no lasting effects, because they will need it. They will want to take the lead on this map. The high ground control still going strong as Kepler's on point, trying to stall, falling low already. Rain is with him, but not able to keep the Diva mech alive. Asuna getting shots onto Magic here, who's so low, but will get replenished by the cat of Phoenix. Blizz though finds the first pick onto Flatter Weevil. Well, Kepler finds a pick onto Phoenix right after Mitsuri on to Blizz here. Mitsuri will try to bomb to stay alive. Might not be able to stay alive, to be honest. Will not be able to. I do appear to be correct on that front as Rain takes down. Rain takes him down, and Doner Kabab holding strong just about.
So yeah, I got some ults on the board. Got the cat ult on the board for the side of Saja boys. At the same time, do have the Diva Bomb and the Mizuki ult for the side of Doner Kabab. It'd be interesting to see how they want to approach this fight with these ults on the board.
Well, most definitely, but the high ground control from Doner Kabab too good at the moment. How can they retake this with a Torbjorn and a Sojourn? Mitsuri's doing everything he can here, but already falling very low. Not much of a pocket here. Magic can barely see Mitsuri. The pick onto Asuna's good, but it just gets revived right after because of the Mercy on the side of Doner Kabab. Weevil so low, and Asuna with the pocket. The damage boost is good enough to take out Magic. As Mitsuri tries his best to take that high ground, but without the Ana, that job becomes 10 times harder. There's the Kekai from Rain as well to help dish out more damage and finish off kills. What a tether onto Phoenix! Unbelievable tether, because Phoenix was gonna pull him off the map there, but Rain will find DJ right after. Rewarded for some great plays. Another pick onto Mitsuri. Rain is tearing this Saja boys team apart with those tethers, with the ult, with the shots. Not much time left for Saja boys now. Under a minute.
Absolutely ridiculous play there by Rain. Getting the tether onto the cat and just preventing the cat from dragging Kepler away. As well as just the shots getting off. And just watch that was on their POV and just kind of shot it around the corner. It was absolutely insane.
First blood though from Mitsuri onto Kepler. Rain gets taken down by Phoenix. The headshots are good. The res will be attempted on Asuna at some point, or probably not, as Kiwi, well, she decides to get out with her life here. But
still have that Bob to touch.
They do, and this Bob will need to be good. And the Bob, that looks to be on payload. Is it a good Bob? It looks kiteable. It looks kiteable and it's taken down quickly, but Phoenix will lose her life in the process. Weaver, low, shooting that low. Mitsuri will find two, and it clearly appears to be helpful. The bomb is good enough. And, well, DJ with that late pick onto Kepler. Saja boys, in the end, do manage to cap A, and some breathing room for them now.
Yeah, great play by Mitsuri to pop the bomb off, not only to get the remake, but it also created a bunch of space there for Saja boys to be able to cap that point.
Looking to come in strong here, Doner Kabab. Fairly neutral fight. You do have the Kekkai coming up for Rain here, but it will have to be good if they want to help themselves stabilize. As the high ground, though, very heavily in Doner Kabab's favor. It's not looking good for Saja boys at the moment as DJ falls. Weevil Starret is down. Mitsuri's not of much help outside of his mecha. And a tether onto Phoenix, which is really good. And finished off by Rain. It's a good sleep by Magic, but ultimately, Saja boys will need to reset.
As Rain absolutely walking up and telling them greetings, as we did get one of those rewards, and I had to sneak it in there.
Oh, a pick onto Magic. Magic peeks the corner and Asuna says greetings as Kepler
getting their head
follows
taken
up
off
with a pick onto Phoenix. Blizz is onto DJ. This is just looking down for Saja boys at the moment. Not sure where and how and what to do against this really strong Doner Kabab comrade acted. This is looking so painful for Saja boys to push through.
As yeah, you got even ult upon economy on the board, but the Nano's gonna come out early onto Mitsuri.
Wow, it's a great Valkyrie as well. The Nano Diva countered by a simple pop of the Valkyrie because Kiwi was the target there. And unfortunately with the Valkyrie, she's just gonna survive really long here, which Mitsuri cannot capitalize on. The kick guy from Rain. Kepler draws first blood on Phoenix. Magic follows right after because Asuna with that damage boost is just too good, but Rain will be taken down by the self-destruct. Hang on a second, it may not be over just yet as Mitsuri tries to hold down the line. He's so low though. And so is his Torbjorn in Weevil. Weevil will pop his R1 here just to get something going. It doesn't work. DJ's OC will catch Asuna. It doesn't appear to be enough though. There's not enough people on point surely. There's 3, but all squishies. Mitsuri in the mech though. Will find Blizz. Hang on, it's not over. Magic. Well, almost living, but not quite. Mitsuri still holding down the line by himself. It's not gonna work as Phoenix falls. The pocket was amazing, but just not enough with the lack of numbers. DJ in with the Tracer contesting for his life. Weevil's on the Vendetta, looking to make something happen. This is not gonna be enough as both the DPSs fall. And Doner Kabab not giving Saja boys any room to breathe here as they are 2-1 up in this.
Yeah, great macro, I would think, from Doner Kabab. 'Cause I think they almost fumbled it. Admittedly, they almost fumbled it. Popping ults when they didn't need to, but at the same time, they did well to kind of cover, get the picks that they needed to, and stabilize and keep it in the fight. Great round there, as we're going to get back here shortly with your map 4 score 2-1 here to Doner Kabab.
Okay, welcome back, Kaizen. We have map 4. Following Saja Boys' pick, we have gone to Esperanza. The bands coming in. Redactor, talk us through the bands.
So we've got a Mizuki band from the side of Saja Boys, and then a Sojourn band from the side of Donor Kabab, which is very interesting given that Asuna has played this. Has it been Asuna playing the Sojourn, or has it been Blizz playing the Sojourn? I can't remember at this point. It's
I'm
been a
quite
long
certain.
day.
I'm quite certain it was Blizz, yeah. And Asuna played the Cassidy, and he is again, as we can see.
On the Cassidy. We do have some swaps here. Weevil moving over from DPS to tank, and the Mitsuri moving down to DPS from tank. So just a little light roll swap as we're gonna get into this map 4.
Yeah. The question about the role swaps though is, are they doing it because they feel that they have the flexibility to pull it off, or are they doing it as desperation creeps in? That's what we're about to find out this map. As DJ on the Tracer, Mitsuri, despite the Soul ban, will roll with the Ash on this map, which can really work. Can definitely work, provided that the angles are to his favor. It is lacking here as fight taking place on point. Robots almost unlocked. Slight push here, or at least an attempt to push from Saja Boys as they push a bit here. The angle seems to be better from them as Weevil stomps onto Blizz. Kepler, though, will trade Mitsuri out in the back. Both tanks going hammer and tongs at it in each other's backlines. Weevil finding more. Donna Kabab, it looked like they were getting the trades in their favor, but now DJ and Weevil have helped turn things around as barely the Tracer and the Mauga survived to keep pushing the bot for Saja Boys.
Solaire, are you good? We had a camera DC. Uh-oh.
No. Oh. Okay, let us know when you're back.
We can continue the cast, but it's gonna be audio only for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Alright, perfect. As Mitsuri will take down the pylon, less heals for the Iliari, and that's paying off as Magic takes Blizz down. That's a good first pick as Saja Boys continue to dominate on this high tier. Mitsuri, brilliant headshot onto Kiwi. Another shot onto... The terror of is striking again. Kepler will finally take him out, but perhaps it's a little bit too costly. Little bit too costly for the Ram here. Finished off by the sheer firepower of the Mauga. And the Saja Boys continue to push off the back of a beautiful series of picks by Mitsuri.
Yeah, great play there by Saja Boys, seeing an opportune time to... As they're gonna back up after capping this checkpoint, maybe coming over to take the high ground. We've seen this strategy in the pro scene.
Yeah,
where nobody sits on lot.
Yeah, not wanting to get caught out by the high ground advantage from Donna Kabab if they did stay on that low ground. The bot now being under a bit of a contest here. And Mitsuri, well, their strategy may be paying off here as he finds Kiwi for first blood. And the cage, it looks good, but can Weevil stay alive? What? The Dana is not enough! Weevil will take Asuna down, then Kepler down. The cage is just unreal. Getting down an ultimate as well. Blizz trying to do work in the back, but the grenade will not be enough to finish off Phoenix. As Saja Boys, dominant so far. Does lose her life, but Saja Boys continue to push.
As yeah, another great showing there by Saja Boys. They kind of like played their space, they played their advantages. They're gonna retreat back over to the high ground here.
Yep.
And get set up
again. Yeah, the high ground again now as Phoenix comes back. Weevil finding Asuna though. Somehow, some way. Rain trying to poke at the enemy from the high ground. But look at how deep Rain is, how isolated he is. But then DJ just about finding the pick onto him. Too isolated, too for the Tracer, really. As Blizz tries to run away. It's not going to be enough, though. Getting caught in the back line of Saja boys. Taken down by Magic here. Weevil with a stomp. It's not a good stomp. Trying to keep himself alive, but the shield not letting him quite benefit off of that lifesteal. As Mitsuri goes in with a bob. The rally comes out from Magic. DJ finds Asuna. And another melee. Kiwi. Oh, maybe a pick onto Rain here as well. DJ is going ham. Oh, they trade each other out, interestingly enough. 3 picks for DJ, and look how low Kepler is. Dangerously low. The dynamite is Suzu'd out. It's a great Suzu from Kiwi, and maybe, and perhaps that's just about kept Kepler alive. Might have been an important life to keep alive, as Kabab will push Saja boys back a bit as they wait for their Tracer.
So they just backed off once again, playing their advantages as they're gonna open up with the orbital ray here.
Yeah, but Mitsuri getting taken down early though. DJ going at it against the Kiriko, trying to win that duel. Weevil will fall, however, and Kiwi will escape. No, not quite. DJ will finish that kill in the end, but it appears to be too little too late, as DJ, despite living in the backline, will have to bear witness to Kabab pushing.
So I think, honestly, if I were Saja boys there, I probably wouldn't have backed up that far. I probably would have just held that corner on that bus. You still had the advantages. Yeah, you were down your Tracer, but you still could get them back rather quickly.
Yeah, as the fight is now taking place in neutral territory, as that's an Ash from Mitsuri. Magic does get traded out by Suna here, though. The Flux is slow-load onto Mitsuri. Almost living that, not quite, though. Kepler will find his mark, deciding that he had to do it. He had to take out the Ash that was a terror in the hearts of Kabab. As thanks to the Flux and the High Noon, a little bit more of a push going at last for Kabab.
Yeah, Kabab has so much ground to make up, and I think, honestly, if you're Saja boys, you take as many dry fights as you can. Save those ultimates for as late as you possibly can.
Yeah, but it's a great anti onto Weevil, but he will still find Blizz. Unsure why Blizz is out so far in, but Mitsuri will take out Kiwi right after that. And another pick onto Asuna. Weevil on this Mauga is a fear factor, a huge fear factor alongside his ass. The double burn comp is proving scrumptious for Saja boys.
Just like I said, they took a dry fight there, and they won it. A great play there by Saja boys, and you're coming into this fight, coming up on 3, 4, even 4 ults if you can build this rally.
It's unreal, the advantage that they have, but DJ gets taken out early by the Cassidy, but the Ash difference is there again from brilliant pick onto Blizz for the trade here. Another pick onto that back cat. Doing the hit scan job right there onto the cat. Takes out Rain as well. Mitsuri, where was this DPS showing all? I swear you will never see a DPS like Mitsuri ever again in T3. What a terrifying sight as Saja boys get closer and closer to finishing this map. The cat is there for the touch, but is it enough? Gets trapped in there, unfortunately. And there's the Deadeye from Asuna to try and make a difference. Bashed away by Magic. Kepler trying to live on the Queen. It's not gonna work out. Blizz dying. And goodness me. Saja boys, rough map last time around, but they are looking terrifying heading into map 5. It is 2-all. And what a dominant display on Esperanza.
Just absolutely perfect macro from the side of Saja boys, is kiting when they needed to kite, taking dry fights when they needed to take dry fights, giving up space when they needed to give up space, getting better angles. Just every single part of team play, they played better than Kabab did there.
They really did, and that looked like a completely different team. Now, maybe they are just much better at the brawl here, although we didn't see that on map 1, but Weevil on the Mauga suddenly makes a massive difference, letting Mitsuri get onto his comfort role there on the Ash, doing a brilliant job at keeping Blizz in check there, not letting the Cassidy of Asuna get much value. But it is map 5 coming up soon, and it will be Donna Kabab's map pick and ban, as we will be there with you very soon. So stay in touch. Welcome back, Kaizen. A we don't really have many words for a game like this. Some internal and external drama starting off the first couple of maps, but all of those events have led us to a map 5 thriller here. Donna Kabab and Saja boys, as Donna Kabab losing Esperanza last map, taking us to Atlas, banning the deadly Maga that that Weevil was playing, and a cast ban from the side of Saja boys redacted. It appears that they believe Asuna is the biggest threat to them in securing this map.
Still incredibly confused, but I'm all here for it. We've got another map 5 banger for you guys. So many map 5s that we've been getting in these casts. Now, probably shouldn't have been a map 5, but at the same time, we've got another one here. I'm very excited to see.
Yeah, that we do as both teams roll out DJ on the Junkrat here. Now, this looks like a weird pick, but it can actually cook on a map like this where the left and right chokes are kind of narrow as Blizz goes in with a bubble here, but being forced out, Blizz will have to be very careful of the traps here from DJ. They could be really good and could put an end to all of his plans as he's very deep in. Mitsuri tries to take him out, but falling really low for it and is taken down by Blizz. I don't believe the distance on the Vendetta as a Sojourn was quite the right call there, Redact.
Yeah, it was very, very tough to take a 1v1 as Sojourn against a Vendetta.
And we are rolling out now, very close to the Mizuki ult already, Rain. This Mizuki has been unreal as DJ getting picked off as well. It's just more and more of a delay for Saja boys. Not the start they would have wanted! And Asuna finishes off Magic! You banned my cast! Well, guess what? I've got the handsome Turkish man in my arsenal too. As more staggers coming in. Not looking good for Saja boys at all.
Think if you're Saja boys, you put DJ back on this tracer here, you get some more mobility. Here comes the tire.
Will the tire be enough though? This tire needs to find somebody, anybody, but Blizz will take DJ down. Way too vulnerable here. The Nitro boost, it's good for the Mizuki though. It is a pick, and Mitsuri finding the touch, but Asuna is going crazy in the backline. With this Emre ult onto Magic, the Finnish weapon proving to be too much for a squishy Wu Yang. And Phoenix and Weevil both fall. And this point here is, well, DJ contesting, not bothered to contest any further, and this map is convincingly going to Donna Kabab.
Yeah, kind of speaking it into existence. DJ swapping over to the Trey. Weevil also swapping off of the Orisa, moving over to Mermantra, maybe getting a little bit more frontline presence, and low-key to counter the Zarya out.
Yeah, I would imagine that this Ramatra could work, but they'll have to be good with it. He'll have to play it as well as he did his Maga here. Mitsuri onto the Reaper now, looking for that burst damage. The potential to take the Zarya down. Blizz is in with the Vendetta ultimate. Look at the damage done to Weevil. He won't be able to that. No chance. The Graviton onto Mitsuri as he tries to escape. Phoenix, though, will not be able to escape with him as she will fall. Mitsuri trying desperately to pick the Zarya off. Work out. It won't work out, and Mitsuri, though, somehow living that. And Magic also barely getting out, but fight win here for Donna Kabab.
Weevil swapping over to the Zarya, just at this point taking the mirror. It could be good to run this with the Reaper and the Trey, but Trey going down early.
And goodness me, I mean, we saw a different Vendetta player from map 1 and they were amazing, but like, so is Blizz, and the Vendetta threat has just not gone away yet. Look at how much work Blizz is doing. He's a pick onto Mitsuri now, and then to Magic as Blizz continues to tear up the rest of this Saja Boy squad. DJ find Blizz in the end, but it just doesn't prove to be enough. Last map, it was the Ash Maga Terror. This time, it's the Vendetta.
DJ swapping over to this Frey here, getting some hit scan presence. Hopefully that will be enough.
Yeah, an interesting pick here, DJ, but if anyone can make something like this work, it is him. Asuna though, going in with this finish. AI here, finding a pick off of that as DJ takes him down. Magic gets traded out though by Blizz, who's still causing so many problems for them, for Saja boys here. But Weevil falling low will need to sustain this point. Not another point loss. Mitsuri! Look at this man! Triple! Double of the Death Blossom finishes off Kepler! And just when you needed your star DPS to show up most, Mitsuri has. And Saja boys just about managed to cap and keep their hopes alive.
Staying in it as much as they can. Absolutely so clutch from Mitsuri there.
And ultimates though not looking very good on the side of Saja boys. They've used what they could to keep this point alive, but another Vendetta ultimate coming in, and we know how dangerous it can be, especially if you can get to shred the tank with it, like he did last time around. Fight on point here. Magic trying to keep himself alive. It's so stressful out here for Saja boys. Everyone's low, but it's a great pick onto Blizz by DJ. The Freya pick is paying off. Now the other DPS has come in to join on the action. Finding Asuna here. It was a trade, but it's not a good enough trade for Donna Kabab. They're being pushed back. The bowler shot coming in. It's gonna be Suzu'd out, but it looks like the Kiriko is too low here. Kiwi will fall. Magic is chasing Kepler down on the Wuyang. And Saja boys have kept themselves alive. 1-1.
Yeah, another clutch play there by Saja boys there, keeping their hopes alive. It's now 1-1 going into this next point. So many ults on the board coming up. We're gonna have a very scrappy ult fight incoming.
We are, but Mitsuri loses his life early to the Mizuki here. Oh, that's not the start Saja boys would have wanted at all. The Kitsune rush is coming out from Kiwi. She wants her team to secure this fight early. Arriba la Punizione comes along. No pick, but we'll find Weevil for it in the end. And Donna Kabab, convincing fight win in the end, thanks to their ult advantage.
DJ's gonna get staggered here, I think. Yeah, what I mean, pretty decent macro from the side of Saya boys trying to get out. The Vendetta ult and the Kitsune not finding much value, but at that point you use all of your CDs and they just walk forward and kill everything.
Painful as Magic gets picked off. Further staggers. They cannot repeat the mistakes of point A. Getting constantly staggered. They need a fight together. They need to group up. They will want to fight on more even terms. Or advantage terms as they come up on ultimates. As Mitsuri here with this. Whoa, the Wraith form trying to use it to close the distance, but it's just too predictable. The Graviton is great from Kepler. And the bowler shot from DJ in desperation. The orbital raid doesn't look like it'll be enough at all. Not with the numbers in hand for Saja boys. Phoenix gets on point, but I fear it may not have triggered overtime in the first place. And despite Mitsuri taking out his flex DPS counterpart, 2-1 to Donna Kabab right now, and Saja boys staring down the barrel of defeat.
Yeah, it was just a not very opportune time to pop that orbit there. Probably just you see the grav come out and then you just leave, honestly. Dire, get out, go to the next point with your ults in hand.
Well, the Finnish AI coming out from Asuna. Mitsuri again with the Death Blossom. Will die for it to AI though, but Phoenix will finish off Kepler here as yet again clutch from Mitsuri. Although Blizz finds a pick, it is not going to be enough. Flip for Saja boys.
Yeah, popping the ults when they need to. You're coming up on this Mizuki ult as well as you have a Wuyang ult from the side of Saja boys.
Oh, DJ getting picked off early though. It's painful. Magic too low to do much of anything as Kepler is going ham with the high charge area. Blizz though in the back will live because of the bubble. just about live. Mitsuri falls as well. The flip comes on for Donna Kabab, and back to square one for Saja boys.
Yeah, just I think Magic. If you're Magic here, you're gonna have to find a way to try and live a little bit more.
Oh,
Again, just gets picked off
again.
so early.
Yeah, taking very strange angles here, unfortunately. His team wasn't quite ready, and he's jumped into the left side trying to make something happen. Just a matter of timing, really, as Saja boys forced to fight this one before another finish AI from Asuna. Bliss takes down DJ. Rain finds Mitsuri. The finish AI good for Weevil and the Saja boys. Dire times for them right now. Magic probably not living this encounter. Finished off by the grenade from Asuna. More Italian chanting from Blizz. Finds the Emre for it. There's the Kitsune on point though. As Weevil goes ball and is able to get the touch. But for how long? Not long enough. No hope to touch point. And Donna Kabab. Well, good start for them and then lost the point to individual brilliance, but have pulled it back, securing themselves the win in this series, 3-2.
Yeah, despite everything, that was an excellent game. Excellent game to watch. Excellent game to cast. And I'm very, very excited to see more from these teams in the future.
No, definitely. Despite everything that went on in the first hour of this encounter, both teams though putting on their A games here. Really, really strong maps from each side. Very unfortunate though for Saja boys in the end that they weren't able to get off. A lot of the fights they couldn't really win simply because they were fighting disadvantaged all the time because of the staggers. Magic getting picked off and then further staggers, and a lot of the staggers came from the Wu Yang, who just wasn't able to live, not able to provide the value for his team, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think for caster MVPs, I think from the side of Saja Boys, the losing side, I think I gotta go with Mitsuri. As soon as Mitsuri swapped over to DPS, you could tell that there was a very big momentum swing.
There absolutely was redacted. I would have to agree with that as well. I mean, a great case could be made for someone like Weevil, right? Especially the first few maps. He started off really strong. The Maga and Esperanza was unreal as well. But the very reason that Saja Boys were even alive through in the series a lot of the times was because of Mitsuri. On the Diva as well, oftentimes the only person finding the picks to keep his team alive. And on Atlas, that point was probably one because of him as well. Um, uh, Individual brilliance at its peak, really, for Mitsuri, and well-deserved
We're
MVP, I would
stuck in
say.
ads. Recapping, we're stuck in ads. But I mean, yeah, it was a great game all around. I think um for the side of Donor Kabab, I think probably just give the MVP to Asuna. Just amazing hit scan play. Cassidy, Emre, whatever he got put on, just absolutely dominant.
Yeah, very, very good showing from Asuna overall. We saw the versatility in him too. The Cassidy, the Ash, the Emre at the end as well. Despite the cast ban, opting for the Emre and making it work really well. A lot of great finish AIs from him too. Very impactful overall. And despite Mitsuri having a really good game, I think Asuna really stood the test, stood up to what the challenge was, and honestly, well deserved as the skipper, leading his team from the front. Just amazing play, all in all. Very well deserved MVP for Asuna.
As yeah, this has been another match. I think. When do we know when our next game is?
Well, there will definitely be games tomorrow and on Sunday. We cannot wait to bring you guys more of these games. Hopefully, more exciting ones like this one that go down to the wire. With that being said, thank you to everybody who tuned in. Do not forget to follow Kaizen in the league on Discord, and follow us on Twitch, and stay updated for whenever we are going to cast games in the future. With that being said, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your afternoons, evenings, whatever time it is for y'all.